The national controversy over voter fraud and President Trump's commission investigating the issue is now playing out in a federal courtroom. Broward supervisor of elections was called to the stand to defend her voter rolls. Local 10's Glenna Milberg was live in the courtroom, and she joins us now with more. Glenna.
And it could be a precedent-setting case. Janine, allegations of people who died or moved away or felons or non-citizens on the voter rolls, those are all part of this case playing out on the 10th floor of federal court here. It's a case that some are calling purely political. Nevertheless, the Broward supervisor of election was on the proverbial hot seat today, saying she does everything right. A member of President Trump's National Commission looking into voter fraud is one of the lawyers alleging Broward County has dead people and other ineligible voters still on the rolls. Broward's election supervisor took the stand to defend her office today.
There are inactive voters by law that have to stay on for a certain period of time until those people are allowed to be removed, and it's a statutory requirement. So anyone who would make a claim like that really doesn't understand the Florida law and what's required for list maintenance efforts.
We just want the voters to turn out.
Dr. Brenda Snipes is named in the federal suit filed last year by the American Civil Rights Union, a conservative voter rights organization. It alleges her office did not do enough to purge non-citizens, felons, even dead people ineligible to vote from the voter rolls. And at one point, there were more people on the rolls than there were even possible in the population. Allegations Snipes refuted in a response letter last year.
They even want to try to rig the election at the polling booth.
Democrats in Broward, Florida's most Democratic county, have called the lawsuit and President Trump's commission an effort to suppress the vote. Dr. Snipes detailed her office's voter purge process on the stand today. She also acknowledged, quote, "You're going to have mistakes. The worst thing in the world would be if you don't take immediate action to correct it," she said.
There are no perfect elections. You're dealing with a ton of paper in Florida, and it's just no way to have a 100% no mistake effort by any supervisor at any point in time in this state.
In that lawsuit, the ACRU is asking the judge to order Dr. Snipes to be more proactive in cleaning up Broward's voter rolls, although that, as you heard, may well be a state statute issue. There is no court in this case tomorrow. It resumes on Wednesday, and eventually this judge will decide what could be a nationally precedent-setting case. I'm Glenna Milberg, live in Miami tonight, Local 10 News.